Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous, with me, Bregaton. Let's defeat the demon that's guarding the Temple of Gorum.
I'm gone. It's time to act!
We will win this war.
Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel better.
Don't mind me. Something wrong?
I will lend you my aid.
Alright, get him, guys.
I am your end!
What a weenie. You defeated him. Follow me. The temple is very near.
We do it my way.
Alright, we found elemental imbuement. Whenever the wearer of this robe suffers elemental damage, such as acid, fire, cold, electricity, or sonic, the next round, any spell cast by the wearer, if it deals the same kind of elemental damage, deals +2 damage per dice rolled.
The goddess protects us.
Follow if you dare.
The world has suffered enough.
This was simple enough.
2 enter, 1 leaves. That is the law of our bloody temple. Rejoice, Gorum, when our blood runs over the stones. That's not ominous. Rumgur, Bar, Todon, Qatar, Gorum, Lock. The sword of the stone. For he who would be king. The young man takes the black sword. His body trembles. Morveg's muscles bulge. They are growing, bulking like froth in a boiling pot. You see a horrible wound on his stomach that the young man was obviously hiding from you. Now it is a gaping and bleeding hole, with arm-thick snakes, his intestines. Morveg's voice is deep, animal-like. The Fang of Malice, the weapon of those who live by war, the weapon blessed by Gorum. The Fang will make its owner a deadly, almost invincible warrior that hungers for battle. A warrior who won't retreat, betray, or desert. For battle will become their reason for living. Man becomes weapon. Char would say such a transformation is a sin. He doesn't understand, but you will. You will understand what a powerful weapon I'm giving to you. I'll show you its power. Prepare to fight. Even now, dying, weak, I'm invincible. Merg, Bar, Todon, Qatar. The giant points the black sword at you. Boy, have you decided to die a hero? Have you thought about that fact that one of us will have to go see your guardian Char and tell him that you died fighting against your own side? Did you stop to think that the old man might not be able to bear the news? Did you think about anything at all? Now all divine relics are meant for mortal hands. Wake up, lad. These words are not yours. This is somebody else's rage screaming through you. You're wounded. I will help you. The lad gives you a grim smile. Too late. A piece of the Dyrachne's stinger is stuck deep in my guts. It's oozing poison. Only skilled healer priest in Dresden can take it out. But I won't make it to the city. Anyway, it's alright. I'm a Kelid. I'm a warrior. I'm not afraid of dying. Wait, I'll try to help you. There must be a way. I will heal you. Abandoning his usual restraint, Socio looks at Morveg with torment in his eyes, as if his insides are the ones currently being eaten away by the terrible demonic poison. I don't need your help. Keep your charms for your comrades. They'll need them after I face them in combat. You've made up your mind, yeah? I can see it in your eyes. You're going to see this through to the very end. You've got guts, kid. Well, we know that because we can see them. I'll give you that. People like you, they don't know how to stop. Morveg forces a nod. Yeah, I've made up my mind. What is this sword? This is the Thing of Malice. The one who takes it into battle will be devoted to war forever. The sword increases the powers of its owner and banishes other thoughts from their mind. Only anger and a desire to fight remain. Forever. The owner of the Fang will never return home. He'll look for more and more battles. Gorum's power comes through the sword, turning the warrior into his servant, invincible and mighty. He's surprisingly coherent, considering he's probably enraged right now. Can you imagine the good this weapon could do in the war against the World Wound? How about a dozen of them? They forged a lot of them in Sarkoris. You just have to find similar temples and arm your crusaders with them. You said something in the Kelid tongue. What does it mean? This is the language of Sarkoris. 2 will enter, 1 will leave. That's what priests of Gorum used to say when they entered the shrine. Then, they conducted a solemn rite and fought to death for his glory. Today, we too will please Gorum with a fierce battle. You've lured me here. Why? First, I just wanted to bring the Fang to you in Dresden, but I almost died in my fight with the demon, and resigned myself to my fate. But then you came. What a stroke of luck. Madness gleams in Morveg's eyes. I'll show you what the Fang of Malice is capable of. You are the commander. You must understand that our war is more important than foolish prejudice. Defeating demons is worth any sacrifice. That's not true. We can't risk becoming the monsters that we fight. So, I'm a little split on this one. So my paladin is warrior-centric and understands where Morveg is coming from. But like I just said, we can't risk lowering ourselves to the demon standards. I think we'll give him an honorable death, and then destroy the Fang of Malice. Which we don't know is an option right now, but that does end up being an option. So yeah. Attack. You want to fight? You'll get a fight. A wild bear's roar comes out of the lad's chest. Gorum.
Can we retreat already?
Don't hold back!
Pain. I feel no pain. Gorum himself forged me out of iron. This power. Hold and fear the power. Of Grayskull. The giant drops to one knee heavily. Something dark, throbbing, and disgustingly alive falls out of the wound in his stomach. My wound is too deep. I'm dying. But you saw what I was capable of, even on the verge of death. Many such weapons were made in Sarkoris. The Thing of Malice, the Thing of Despair, Envy, Suffering, Futility. All of them are interconnected, just as warriors and a unit are tied by the bonds of brotherhood. Take my sword and give it to the priests. Their prophecy will point you to other fangs. Arm your crusaders with them, and victory will be yours. A tiny object slips out of the giant's hand. A little straw wolf. Give this to Char. Tell him I did everything I could. I hope he can forgive me. Convulsions racking Morveg's body indicate that the end is near. Social's face is terrifying to behold. His features are twisted in a grimace of monstrous pain. He forces out each word slowly, one by one. Darn you, Gorum. I know the pure soul that you have besmirched with blood and doomed to untold suffering. You did your duty. Your death will be a paving stone on the road that leads us to defeating the demons. Avenge us. Avenge Sarkoris. Avenge our ancestors. Our deaths. Our humiliation. Our poverty. Destroy these beasts. All of them. Rest easy, lad. Sarkoris will be avenged, and the enemy defeated. May the spirits guide you to your final judgment. The fury raging in the young man's eyes fades slowly. His body goes limp. I think that's... It was also a lawful option after we fought him. Then he did his duty.
This is my kind of work.
I think... Not a lawful option too, because we're honoring his people's traditions here. Even if we don't necessarily agree with them. Alright, let's go ahead and do these checks real quick. Oh, that's lore nature, not knowledge world. The altar of Gorum, the god of battle, radiates an aura of unrelenting fury, which even the world wound has failed to dampen after all these years.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Judging by the scraps of moldering clothes, these two dead men were Sarkorian priests of Gorum. Their positions indicate that they died fighting each other. Alright, and we leveled up. Fantastic. On level 13 Paladin, we get an additional use of Smite Evil, and an additional use of Divine Weapon Bond. Athletics, Perception, and Persuasion. And then here, I think there was something I wanted, right? Let's do Shattered Defenses. Your skill with your chosen weapon leaves opponents unable to defend themselves if you strike them when their defenses are already compromised. Benefit: any shaken or frightened opponent hit by you this round is flat-footed to your attacks to the end of your next turn. This includes any additional attacks you made this round. This pairs really well with our Intimidate build. I'm sure there's something else that could go as well. Lunge might not be bad, but not yet. Oh, we don't have Intimidating Prowess yet. Maybe this first. Your physical might is intimidating to others. Benefit: add your strength modifier to persuasion skill when used to intimidate. Checks in addition to your charisma modifier. Yeah, so now we get an extra +8 to intimidate. I think that'll be better for now. Sela. We're done with Tower Shield Specialist. We hit level 5, so we don't have that -2 penalty while using a Tower Shield anymore. So we're going to go back to Paladin, because we do want a Mark of Justice. So next level of Paladin, she gets Aura of Resolve, which we've seen already. At 8th level, Paladin is immune to charm spells and spell-like abilities. Each ally within 10 feet of her gains a +4 morale bonus on saving throws against charm effects. This ability functions only while the Paladin is conscious, not if she is unconscious or dead. And Divine Weapon Bond +2. Trickery, Knowledge World, and Perception. Escape Ratio. You must be using a light, heavy, or tower shield to use this feat. You add your shield bonus to your touch armor class. This does not include any enhancement bonus from a magic shield in this calculation. Aubrey gets a feat and Shifter Claws. At 13th level, her claw damage increases to 1d10, 1d8 if small. Athletics, Mobility, Lore and Nature, Perception, and Lore Religion. Greater Weapon Specialization, Claw. Well, Jiv, what do you get, buddy? Gets a feat, of course. He gets Critical Perfection. At 9th level, a Sword Saint adds his intelligence bonus minimum 0 on critical hit confirmation rolls with his chosen weapon. In addition, the Sword Saint may use his Magus levels in place of his base attack bonuses to qualify for any feat for which it is a prerequisite. So we're getting really close to having the weapon we intend to use with him, which is going to scale extremely well with this build. And then Arcane Weapon plus 3. Nothing else, right? Right. Trickery, Stealth, Knowledge Arcana, Perception, and Mobility. Why not? I might just do Arcane Strike. We could do Combat Casting. Or even Critical Focus. Can do improved critical as well with the... Shoot, is it parties, right? Yeah. Slow is pretty good. Blink might not be bad. Vampiric Touch is a touch spell. I'll grab that. Alright, just a feat for Social. Low Religion, Perception, and Lower Nature. Spell Focus. Conjuration of all the healing spells, right? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna get that. It doesn't matter either way. We got Warrior Priest. Did we get I was talking these Dispel. That one stuns. Let's do Dispel Focus. To skilled at the art of dispelling, benefit, whenever you attempt a dispel check... If I attempt a dispel check, I missed the A there. Based on your caster level, you get a +2 bonus on the check. Fantastic. Alright, Lan. Stable Company Marine. Well, he gets a feat, of course. He gets a combat style feat. Favorite enemy, and that's it. Athletics, Mobility, Perception, and Lower Nature. This might be worth it. Because it'll make, if we give it to Sunshine, it'll make them both a little tankier. We could do Critical Focus as well. Wouldn't be a terrible choice. Or Hammer the Gap. Yeah, let's do Hammer the Gap. You repeatedly strike the same location, causing increasing amounts of damage. Benefit, when you make a full attack, each consecutive hit against the same opponent deals extra damage equal to the number of previous consecutive hits you've made against that opponent this turn. This damage is multiplied on a critical hit. The downside to this feat is that it's kind of all or nothing. So if you don't land all your hits, it really doesn't do anything for you. That's alright. I could do Skill Focus. What do we have for Archery? Point Blank Master. I think we'll do that. So benefit, choose one type of ranged weapon. Do not provoke attacks of opportunity when firing the selected weapon while threatened. Normal, using a ranged weapon while you're threatened provokes attacks of opportunity. I thought we had this, do we not? Yeah, we do. So never mind. I'd be very surprised if we hadn't gotten that up to this point. Do we get it for this as well? Yeah, there's no short bow here. At the bottom. Well, dang. And we can't get many shot of Rapid Shot. That does nothing for us. A little unfortunate, but we could do... I it's just toughness. I mean, more hit points can't hurt, and it's a free feat, so... What are our skill focus? We could do perception. Yeah. Let's do that. So you get a +3 bonus on all checks involving perception. If you have 10 or more ranks of perception, which we do, this bonus increases to +6. Favorite enemies. So we have Demons of Magic. I guess Demons of Slaughter next. So this includes the Bows, Cambions, and Incubi. And then back to Demons of Magic. Because again, he'll be dive bombing the back line. At least that's how he's supposed to play. And then Sunshine here, leveled up. Gets a feat, mobility, and perception. Improved critical on the bite. Let me go back real quick. Yeah, maybe if I get barding. I hate wasting 3 feats because you have to do it in like consecutive order, which drives me up a wall. I might just get the first tier and just use light barding. What barding do we have in our inventory? I think it's medium. Oh, it is light. This might be worth it. Yeah, let's get the, since we have the light barding, we'll grab that feat. And I don't remember all the barding you can find and the unique effects. But this one's pretty good. Increased speed and an extra attack of opportunity is pretty solid. So we go with that for now. So I think an aerial creature like a hippogriff, you really shouldn't go, above light barding. As much as I love the heavy barding. I think this is where we'll stop. Wait a second. Doesn't change the appearance? Well, that's what I was most excited for. What a load of malarkey. Alright. Well. Shoot. I guess it doesn't matter if I have light or heavy then. Because really I want the heavy for the aesthetics, but it doesn't matter. So we found a shield, we also got the Thing of Malice. I think that was it, right? Alright, so Thing of Malice. Bad Temper. Whenever the wielder this +3 Furyborn Greatsword is under a rage effect, it doesn't suffer from its usual -2 penalty to armor class. I wish I had a enlarged person effect. Alright, a simple but robust Kelid Greatsword. A drop of blood glistens on the scratched black blade. There's an engraving on the iron handle. I am the weapon. I wound all. A dire curse lies on the sword. But your mythical powers have weakened it, and made the weapon safe for its user, more or less. So Furyborn. I don't know what Bad Temper does. Doesn't tell you. This special ability can only be placed on melee weapons. A Furyborn weapon draws power from the anger and frustration the wielder feels when battling foes that refuse to die. Each time the wielder damages an opponent with the weapon, its enhancement bonus increases by +1 when making attacks against that opponent. Enhancement bonus can't be increased this way beyond the maximum value of +5. This extra enhancement bonus goes away if the opponent dies. The wielder uses the weapon to attack a different creature, or 1 hour passes. Hopefully it doesn't take you an hour to defeat an opponent. It's kind of useless, because as you move on, you want your weapon to already be a +5. Which you can do with Greater Magic Weapon, or by finding a +5. So it's just not a very good effect. You don't want to go into Act 5 using a... I mean, a +3 is not terrible. Alright, Warden of Darkness, a new shield for Sela. Yeah, it's a +4. And it's Mithril. This +4 Mithril Tower Shield gives it the wielder a DR5 except for good, so it's great against demons. And a -2 penalty to attack rolls against evil creatures. It can be worn only by evil-aligned creatures. Shoot. Well. Never mind then. Sela can't use it. What a load of malarkey. Alright. Well, that's why I think a Hell Knight Using a tower shield would be pretty cool. I had planned, I think, around that shield. Let's go and rest up, and then we'll do this, get rid of our corruption. Now I'm on familiar terms with 3 important people. The commander of the 5th Crusade, Queen Galfrey, and Chief Soul. I'm moving in elevated circles now. We've been catapulted so high, it's enough to give you whiplash. You've got to look on the bright side. With all the attention and responsibility laid on us by the Queen, we should be able to help somebody. It's a shame, I don't think you ever see Finian talk during camp dialogue. But he is there hanging out. The corruption of the Abyss recedes in the face of the cleansed relic's sanctified power. So when we get back to Dresden, we can report to Char, and then we can continue that quest. I'm pretty sure Morveg does make it back to Dresden if you just tell him to go back. Just have a little bit more to clear out before we grab that whip. Where is that darn stone at? I thought it was... Yeah, it's gotta be to the south of us. Right? Pretty sure you can see it on the map. Yeah, I think it's further south. Oh, there it is. That's right, I already looked at it. I mean, I didn't register it when I saw it, but it's up here. So this stone, one of these standing stones mentions something about a heart. So this is the heart-shaped stone. After you identify all the standing stones, you have to come back here.
I'm always ready.
And there'll be loot for you. I think the best crossbow in the game.
We do it my way. I am never wrong.
Which isn't saying a lot. Crossbows aren't that great. Well, except for one added in the DLC. That one's pretty good. Oh shoot, I forgot to put my spells before we leveled up. Another Bestow Grace might be worth it. Sure. We'll put this on. And this. Can't hurt to have 2, right? Crusader's Edge. Sure. Actually, yeah, let's do that instead. Oh man, I missed all sorts of spells. Alright, let's fix that. We'll probably just do more Shocking Grasps here. We don't need this, since we already have it on the other class. Probably just do a bunch of Frigid Touches. A couple more blurs for our party wouldn't be a bad idea. Probably just haste. I like haste. Greater Restoration. Don't need Resurrection on hand all the time. Might just go with that for now. Nothing else is really standing out to me. At least not yet. We'll do that. Well, actually, that might be redundant. Let me check real quick. Yeah, the competence bonus on range attacks is probably worth it. I think that's the only effect we get since we already have proved critical. So, and we already have a competence bonus on perception.
Follow if you dare.
Alright, well I'm going to call it here. Next time we'll continue exploring Winter Sun and make it probably to the village. We'll finish clearing out before we enter the village, and then come back, grab this whip, go back through and take care of the ghosts, and go from there. So a fair bit to do here. But either way for now, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.